Welcome in the class. We were describing in the previous class about the excitation system. We have seen to control the voltage of the system, there is a role of excitation system. Means excitation system supplies the reactive power to the system so as to maintain the constant voltage. So for maintaining the constant voltage, either lagging or leading means either overexcited or under-excitation is done at the generator terminal so that the voltage can be maintained as a constant. And we have described the earlier we told there is DC type of excitation and the AC type of excitation. Because of the drawback in the DC excitation system, that is the problem of commutation, maintenance and losses, we take the benefit of the AC excitation system. And out of the AC excitation system, further we describe the static excitation system. As I told, there are again two types of static excitation system and pushless type of excitation system. So we have described in the last class, this is the static excitation system. Just as a review of 1 or 2 minutes, we described here. It is a synchronous generator. On the stator there is armature winding. Here from there the power supply goes to the grid. This voltage is stepped down and the secondary and tertiary, this voltage from the secondary of the transformer, this voltage comes to this converter, AC to DC converter, and finally this supply goes to the beginning. There is a need of battery, so supply is given to the battery, and later on when the voltage is developed, this continuously AC to DC conversion is going there and the field current is, and this field current varies. This field current varies as per the voltage here. Here, with the help of CVA, voltage is measured, and with the help of firing control unit. With the help of firing control unit, here the firing of thyristor 1, 2, 3, 4 are controlled such that firing is done such that this voltage is can be maintained as 1 per unit. Here up to this point we described in the previous class. Is this point clear or not? Now I will ask you one question that please listen. Here you have seen this portion. Here the stator is stationary. It means here the grid is there, and from grid there is this. This is the converter. So this is also stationary because the supply R1 to R3 is taken from the transformer. So this is a stationary. And what about this rotor? Rotor is rotating part or stationary part? This is rotating with the speed of. What is the speed of the rotor? What is the speed of the rotor? कितनी होती है? In case of a synchronous machine, what is the speed of the rotor? 1500. Synchronous speed, maybe 1500 or 3000. So this is rotating with some fixed speed. Now this portion is stationary, this portion is battery. How the supply is going from here to here? How the DC? Here DC is available, here DC is required. How the DC supply is going from here to here? Because this is a rotatory part, this is a stationary part. Who will tell? कौन बताएगा? हाँ भाई आदर्श पकड़ो कैमरा चालू कर ले मैं this is a rotatory part and here this is a stationary part. How the supply from stationary part to rotatory part is going? So my brush, Springs brush. Good. Yes. So this is the slip ring. Here these are the slip rings. So with the help of slip ring, the power going to this. DC current is going to this. Now question is, as you remember in case of a DC circuit, here you see, name is the static excitation system. But here there is a rotatory part. So there is a need of slip ring. Now, in case of a DC, there were the commutators. So, although the commutators have been removed, but even then, even when the slip rings are there, losses are not too much, maintenance will not be as in case of a DC, but even then there is a slip ring, so there is a rotatory part, one is the positive groove and there is a negative groove, and continuously the ring is there. Do you understand what is the difference between the slip ring and the commutator? What is the difference between the slip ring and commutator? Last
माइक देगा जा माइक दे माइक
यस आपके साथ व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस यस गर्ल्स में लास्ट बताओ व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कम्युटेटर एंड स्लिप रिंग्स नो आगे नेक्स्ट सेकंड लास्ट रो गर्ल्स
इस साइड से देखना बदतमीजी इसके
यस आपके लिए yes next second last row
घड़ी तोड़ दी किसी ने
second last row what is the difference between slip ring and the commutator yes next commutator use the DC and slip ring use in DC good so
खड़ो के बोल रहे
this is the difference in case of a DC machine it changes from positive to negative that's a commutator are required since it changes from positive to negative therefore a lot of sparking is there but here lot of sparking is not there positive will be always positive negative will be always negative so although the maintenance is less but it is not zero there will be some maintenance but it is not zero that's why the static excitation there is another type of excitation system that is we consider this here. Now we consider the bruceless excitation system. Here, in case of static excitation, there are bruces, positive bruce and negative bruce. But here there are no bruces. कोई bruce नहीं है. It is a completely bruceless excitation system. Now you see how it works. ये कैसे काम कर रहा है? This is the main generator. This is the main generator. Here, this is the stator. From the stator, there is armature winding. The stator, there is armature winding, and here there is a power supply going to the grid. Now, to supply this, the field current. Field current is supplied from here. So this is the exciter. This is the exciter, and in the exciter, you see, this is the main exciter. You see here, this is the armature. This armature winding. Here, this is connected to the same shaft as the rotor is connected. So when it is rotating in the field, here there are north pole and south pole. When it is rotating, rate of change of flux individually is produced. Here, if you remember, this type of poles, north pole and south pole are armature is rotating. It is a structure of a DC machine. But here, there are no pulses because here the EMF induced is of AC. Alternating flux, alternating voltage is induced here. But here this alternating voltage is converted to DC with the help of this rectifier, not with the help of commutator. So here commutator are not there, only rectifier here. It is a diode rectifier, so it is converted from AC to DC and this DC is going to this. So without commutation, without commutator, we get here as a field. Now you see here, who will supply the